After 8 episodes, we're finally the main event. It's time to conquer Earth.
Alpha, Rita is talking shit. Recruit 2 podcasters from the 90s with attitudes.
They've got a podcast that you may have seen before.
They got the ability and the force to talk a lot of bull.
No one can ever take us down. We'll just change the intro. Just another 90s. Bow, 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 bow.
Just another 90s.
Bow, 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 bow. Just another 90s podcast. Power Rangers. Pew! Wah! Oh, dearie me. Yes, we did it. Oh,
How's your breath?
I'm done. Good night, folks. Welcome everyone to just another 90s podcast. Power Rangers Day, folks. That'll take over.
Yeah, welcome along everyone. This is going to be our Power Rangers episode, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers episode, because that was the main one from the 90s. We're going to talk about the toys, the TV show, the movies, and everything else, everything Power Rangers. That show that had every 90s kid just obsessed. We're going to go over a few stories as well. I'm just having a little look at Dave to see if he's caught his breath back yet.
I'm back. I think. Oh dear. But before we get to that, folks, you know what time it is. He knows what time it is. It's morphin time. No, I'm joking. It's show and tell.
Show and tell time, baby.
Oh, something like that. I don't know. Who went first last time? It seems like it's been an age since we did the Halloween episode.
Yeah, I can't remember, mate, but I think I'll go first to give you another little breather, yeah?
Happy days. Go for it.
Yeah, so recently I've been getting balls deep into my toys. Went to a little toy fair a little while ago. Yeah. Just how I would say it, mate. So my little kick right now, I don't know if you've seen or got any of these, Dave, but I know you're a fan of Mortal Kombat, but have you seen
Oh, wow.
early 90s G.I. Joe styled action figures?
Oh, fuck. They're awesome.
Yeah, so I've been managing to find these off eBay for relatively cheap. So, of course, they're not imperfect. Sub-Zero's a little bit janky, but he can sit on the shelf, or he could sit in Sub-Zero's grip.
They're
Just fine, but
awesome,
mate,
man.
I love these. They're so cool. So obviously there's Scorpion, the main man, Sub-Zero, which I just showed you, and I've also got Raiden. Now,
No.
these ones I've got so far have been easy to find and relatively cheap. But some of the other ones, like your Goro, for example,
Ooh.
you need a mortgage to get the Goro one. That's all I'll say.
Who else is in the set? Is Liu Kang in the set? Is
Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, I think Reptile is in it as well. Because I've been kind of researching to see what other ones are in the set. But when I'm looking, I'm seeing other ones which I don't think are in the set. So I've seen like a Katana one, which I wasn't too sure was in the set. And I think there's a Shao Kahn one as well.
They're awesome, man. I never even knew they existed. I mean, I know you can get the little G.I. Joe figures and whatnot. I've got a couple of knockoff ones. You know, the knockoff Nigel ones from the quid shops. But
yeah, because G.I. Joe wasn't really that big over here, wasn't it?
No. They kind of also remind me of the I've got some other figures, but they're from like the 70s or the 80s. They're die cast though. Are they die cast or are they plastic?
No, they're just plastic, mate. They've got they've got like the kind of like all the rivets for the articulation and the joints and that kind of something you don't really see in today's toys. I've noticed.
You don't, do you? You don't get anything. Well, mind you, you do. You do see them in today's toys, but they're in the very, very like expensive ones where you can actually move each fingers and you know.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, they're wicked, man. Oh, mate, you definitely out-trumped me this week. Absolutely out-trumped me by far. Mine is it's an annual. Okay, so back in the 90s, you get an annual, but mine's from 1995. It's everyone we know loves a
Hey.
Beano.
Yeah, I know the Beano very well, mate.
How come you know the
It's
Beano very well?
oh, it's from here, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, mate, yeah, like every Christmas you'll get your annuals, but more kind of like up here. We never used to get Beano ones. It was more Oor Willie and the Bruins. They're kind
Yeah,
of more like Scottish ones. But yeah, like when you go for like the city centre in Dundee, there's like actual statues of Dennis the Menace, Gnasher, Minnie the Minx. There's a big, massive Desperate Dan one as well.
there they are, Dennis and Nasher. Yeah, so
Yeah.
these
Nah.
books, these are amazing. I think. I mean, you got to admit the drawings on them all and whatnot, and just it's just they're phenomenal. They really are. I mean, here's me trying to get in the camera. You don't want to see my face. You just want to see the book, don't you? So there you go, folks. Look, you know what I mean? Just literally how just amazing they are.
Mate, has that got the Bash Street Kids in it, that one?
Possibly.
I used to love the Bash Street Kids.
I think it does. If I can find them. Which ones were those? Were those the? They,
That was like the school class, and there was a
yeah,
big
I
group
think they
of
are
them.
in it because there's a few. I can see a few of the characters. They're in it. Whether it's actual official, I don't know. I can't flicking through it. I'll have a look for you, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, you can see that on the front cover. They're there in the front cover.
Oh yeah, they're there.
So there must be in it. But yeah, so that was
Yeah.
mine, guys and girls. That one there. I mean, that's a recent purchase. It's not one I've had from the 90s. I managed to get that from one of the charity shops. It's the who is it? Is it Age UK Bookshop? That's where I got it from. There you go, Age
Well, you know
UK.
what?
Shout out
You
to
know
them,
what,
great
mate?
charity.
If, if you like your Beano stuff and that, I'll keep a lookout for you, mate, because there's absolutely loads of it up here.
Yeah, I mean, you get a lot of the comics as well. You can get some of the comics, can't you, from the 90s and stuff like that as
Well,
well.
I was just going to say, like, more for me, the Beano was the comic books, because we
Mm.
used to get them quite a lot as well. But yeah, like everywhere you go up here, mate, there's Beano, dandy stuff everywhere. It was
I
all
mean,
made up here. So
I'm looking up there. I have actually got. Oh yeah, it is. It's in the 90s as well. I've got the 1997 Dandy annual as well up there. So I didn't realise it was 97. I thought it was an 80s one, but it's not. No, it's 97. Probably feature later on a short. Who knows? Speaking of shorts, keep a lookout, folks. Shorts are coming soon to YouTube. Ooh, who knows?
yeah,
Should we even start a TikTok channel?
why not? Let's get
Why
down with the
not?
kids.
It is the 90s. I mean, come on.
Yeah, let's do down with the kids, 6, 7, or whatever it is they're
Six,
all doing.
7. Oh dear, but that's it. That's show and tell, folks. Hope you like what you saw. At the end of the day, if you like what you see, just follow us on Instagram. You'll see a lot more of it. So, well, where are we going? Where are we going?
Right, I think we're dialing back to that's a tricky one. I'm not sure exactly what year, but for me, the earliest I can remember would have been about 94, 95.
Yeah, I'd say
About
it's
that time.
1994 for us. I'm not sure if it got released in 93 in the US, but I think we got 94 here in the
Yeah.
UK. But yeah, so we're basically, everybody, going back to 1994 3. We'll say 94 for the sake of this anyway. Back to 94, when a dumpster landed on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
And inside that said dumpster, thanks to two astronauts who were very curiosity kills the cat, by the way, folks, opened it up and released a lot of fucking hell.
Chaos.
Chaos madness. They released Rita Repulsa and her
Ah.
uh, uh, and her goons of Goldar, Babu, Squat, and Thinster. That's right, I know my stuff. Keep going. They released those. They said they were going to conquer the nearest planet. That was Earth. Starts off a massive saga of the 90s. Every kid wanted to either A, be a Power Ranger, B, be a Power Ranger, or C, be a Power Ranger.
Yeah, it's exactly what I was, mate. I had, like, you talk about merchandising. Like, I had so much. Like, the costumes, the toys, the weapons, the Zords, you name it. Anything I had. I even had, so I seen a post the other day on one of these Facebook pages, and it was like every kid had these bed covers in the 90s, and it was like it was the Power Rangers bed cover, and I had the exact one. It was in the post. Oh, well, I think as well, like I don't know if you've ever watched The Toys That Made Us on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yes, they've got an
So
episode,
I
haven't they?
kind of so I kind of rewatched that a couple of nights ago, the Power Rangers episode, and it reminded me that obviously the whole Power Rangers thing, it was already an established show in Japan called Super Sentai, I believe.
Yep, yep.
So a fun little fact, when you're watching the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, if you see the actors' faces, like Jason, Kimberly, Billy, Zach, all them, that's new footage. When you see them fighting, the Putty Patrols, when you see the Zords fighting, that's all footage from the original Super Sentai show.
Yeah, I mean, to add on to that, basically, including the likes of Rita, Goldar, and that lot, that's all Japanese footage
Yeah.
because the monsters were just dubbed into English. And then you've also got the fact is, if anyone ever paid attention, that Kimberly had a skirt and Trini didn't have a skirt. That's because in Super Sentai, the Yellow Ranger was actually a male ranger. So,
Oh mate, that's vindication for me. So like one of like I love the color yellow. So when Power Rangers first came about, I loved the Yellow Ranger just because yellow, and also thought like the saber tooth tiger, the helmet, it was all so cool. And then when I went to go get my first Power Ranger, my mum's like, right, which one do you want? I'm like, oh, the yellow one. She's like, this was the 90s, remember? She was like, can't have that one. That's a girl. So by that choice, my favourite was then the Red Power Ranger.
I mean, yeah, I mean, fair enough. If you'd watched Super Sentai first, which we didn't
Yeah,
actually know existed in all fairness as being kids, we'd just
no,
seen
not
Power
at all.
Rangers, you'd have known that then the Yellow Ranger was his name, the character was called Boy, literally Boi, Boy, who is the Yellow Ranger. So yeah,
Yeah.
you'd have been all right. You'd have been great.
I remember it must have been 10 years ago now. Um, Maybe more than that. But me and my mates for Halloween one year, we all dressed up as the Power Rangers. And I was like, right, I'll be the yellow one. I don't care. So took a photo, sent it to like my mum, and was like, aha, I finally got the yellow Power Ranger. And that year for my Christmas, she actually bought me a yellow Power Ranger.
Brilliant. I mean, speaking of dressing up as Power Rangers, on my stag do, for when I got married, this was like 11 years ago. The lads, shout out to them all, Mark, Jim, you two were the main instigators to this, shall we say, because they were the best men. We all got a different colour top. So you had your green, the white, the red, black, pink, yellow, and blue. So there were 7 of us. And basically, the old idea was you had to go around and get everyone to sign your shirt, draw cocks on it, draw titties, whatever. You know, it was just one of them where it was pretty
Last
cool.
day of school, kind of.
Yeah, that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
The funniest part was when you're the Black Ranger. Yeah,
Yeah.
you couldn't write on it with the pen you had, so we actually had a Tipex pen. I mean, lucky for me, I got green, so I weren't too bad with that, you know. So it was all good. So
You'd see the Black Ranger just with signatures on his boots and his cuffs, just the
uh,
bits you could write on.
come the end of the night, it weren't just a t-shirt with bits on. You had cocks on your face and glasses, the lot. It was
Yeah.
hilarious because we
Oh,
went to a 90s Butlins event. If you know Butlins, folks, it's basically a holiday camp, and they host events for the weekend for adults. And we went to a 90s one, and that was basically why we did it. So
yeah. We'll need to get photos from them uploaded onto the page because I've still got the photo of me and all my mates
oh
in our
yeah,
little morph suits.
it was absolutely banging. I must admit, it was really really good. So, but that happened, folks, not in the 90s.
Yeah, yeah. Same with mine's later on. Yeah,
So let's go back then. So, folks, what happened then in episode 1? Rita was released, and Zordon, who, if you don't know what Power Rangers is, was like the mentor, the beam of light in a tube, just a floating head like mine.
I think was he not originally a Power Ranger from like yeah
well, the adaptation of the Power Rangers, they adapted it a bit further and made it that he wasn't a ranger. But when it comes to this series, he wasn't. He was just
yeah
a morphological being caught in a time warp, is what he called himself. But he recruited teenagers with attitude. Okay, talk me through this now, yeah? They're called teenagers with attitude. One, they didn't have an attitude. And two,
No.
if I look like them when I was a teenager, I mean, come on!
Wouldn't need to stand outside shops asking older people to buy your drink for you. You would have just walked straight in and got it.
Exactly. But yeah, no. Let's go through it then. So let's talk about the Power Rangers themselves. Then let's go through it. Who we got? Let's go start from the top. Start from the top. Red Ranger. So who we got? We've got Red Ranger. That's Jason.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was probably most. I think for a while, that was probably most people's favourite. He was kind of like the leader of the Power Rangers, the Red Ranger. He had a big thing for me when I was a kid when I watched TV shows. I don't know why. I must have just liked swords. Whoever had a sword was kind of like my favourite. So like with the turtles, when I was a kid, Leonardo was my favourite because he had the katanas, the swords. But
Yeah.
as I got older and started watching the show, I changed that because it wasn't purely like, oh, he's got a sword, which the Red Power Ranger sword had that as well.
I mean, yeah, that Red Ranger sword. Oh my god, the power sword. Yes, please.
Which one was that? Was that the one that kind of? Because I had one as well. It was like a little kind of dagger, but it kind of turned into like a
The
blaster as
blaster.
well.
Yeah. That was what they all had
Yeah.
in their pouches. They had like the blaster. But yeah, so Jason being the leader of the Power Rangers, he was the one they all looked up to. He was the one who made the final call. He was just the badass. He was awesome, you know. But to have him, you've then got to have the characters that come around him. So the next one down we'll look at, we've got Zach. Okay, he was Mr. Cool Cat. You know, he was the dancer. He was cool. Everyone wanted to be Zach.
Got to say as well, Yellow Ranger aside, I think Zach's got the second coolest helmet.
Absolutely, the mastodon. I mean, we didn't say this
Yeah.
actually. Red Ranger was Tyrannosaurus,
So,
and then so Black Ranger. This is mastodon. They're all based on prehistoric animals /
yeah.
dinosaurs. Can't say they're all dinosaurs because two of them definitely ain't dinosaurs.
No. No,
But
Saber-Tooth Tiger and Mastodon, you didn't really. They're from that era, but you don't really class them as like scaly skinned kind of
no,
dinosaurs, don't you?
I mean, yeah. So just to finish off with Zach, he had the power axe. Now that was an axe that turned into a gun. That was banging. I mean, he got features in his own episodes as well. They all got actually episode features, to be fair. We'll go through that in a minute.
Yeah.
But so moving on, then you was on about the next Ranger down. Then you was talking about Yellow Ranger, the Saber-Tooth Tiger. This is Trini.
Yeah.
She was quite intelligent, as in on the academic side, as well as she was kung fu. I think it was her style, wasn't it?
I seem to remember like when she was fighting, it was always kind of more like a kung fu style, yeah.
Yeah.
Because she would always be kind of like doing the more kind of zen, kind of
Yes.
handsy movements.
Yes. I mean, I feel like she was actually probably the Ranger that would be always on a level head. Do you
Yeah,
know
the
what I mean?
calm
Like
kind of
the
collective one, yeah.
calm collective would actually step back and think of the situation before going gun ho. So that was her style, which was really good.
What was Chini's weapon again? Was Chini's weapon like
She
the two daggers, kind of?
she had the daggers, yeah, power
Yeah.
daggers, yeah, the yellow daggers. I mean, I've actually got all these weapons in my mum and dad's loft because that's where all my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers are. But the little, I can remember running around the streets with my friends with all the weapons, and then we'd combine them into the gun, which was good. But anyway, besides that, for folks, the next Ranger down, then we're going to talk about is Billy. Now, Billy is Mr. Intelligent. He was your science geek. He was one as well they portrayed that didn't actually have any kind of like fighting skills. He wasn't trained in fighting. But ironically, when they turned into the suits, he was a
Yeah.
badass fighter that could kick the shit out of anybody.
Because that kind of seemed to be the running kind of theme when they were doing their training and stuff like that. Billy was always kind of learning. Because I remember that from the first episode.
Yeah, because he started off being a white belt in that, and yeah, he was getting trained by Jason in that episode as well.
Yeah.
So the reason I
He
know
was
some of this stuff
trained.
now, the reason I know some of this stuff, my daughter, I thought because we were going to do this episode, I started watching them, and she's
Yeah.
hooked. She loves them.
Good. Love that.
Get
Love him,
in
man.
there, brilliant. Even this generation loves the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So that was Billy. He was the Triceratops, the Blue
Yep.
Ranger, and then to finish the pack of five that we got originally to start off with, you have Kimberly.
Every boy's crush.
She was my first love and forever will be my love. Okay, Amy Joe, if you're listening to this, which I know you listen to us, I love you. I love you so much. Wife, if you're listening to it, cover your ears. You shouldn't be listening to the last 25 seconds. So anyway, she was the... Go on.
I was just going to say her weapon was the bow, wasn't it?
Yes, hers was the power bow. And she was the pterodactyl. And people are going to now say something in the comment. Yes, I know. Blue Rangers was the power lance, folks. I'm sorry. I jumped the gun. Didn't tell you what his was. But yeah, so the synopsis of the Power Rangers then, they got their powers. They morphed into their suits. They wore Lycra. They look very good in it. And then they get in a Megazord when the monster grows, which is all the animals combined, make a giant mechanical... and they win. Something simple as that. That's how you win Power Rangers. Done.
Yeah, I was actually, so I did watch a couple of those this week as well. And yeah, I was kind of like thinking about it, watching one of the episodes, and I was like, every episode this is exactly the same. The same thing happens. They get a lot of the new kind of bad guy comes in. They kind of feel a bit of diversity, and then they come back and end up saving the day. The Megazord always triumphs over the. I can't even remember what you would call it when Rita's kind of goons would grow. I remember she had the little "Make My Monster Grow" or
Yeah,
something
number
like
one.
that. And
Yeah.
always got to that point, and the Power Rangers won every week.
I mean, do you know what was quite funny as well? That as a kid, you didn't really notice it. But as an adult, rewatching it, it is. When you look at the Megazord fights, it's actually just a guy in a
And
suit.
yeah,
And I don't know why. You can see it's a cronkiness, and oh my god, isn't it? But that is all Japanese footage as well. So, and also the fact is, I think Juru Ranger, which is one it's based off in Super Sentai, was actually 1991, I think. So only just coming out of the 80s. So when you think of your effects and stuff like that,
yeah.
it was literally basics, but brilliant.
I think as well though the big kind of clunky suits and for I think that helps maybe the actors move more kind of like it was robotic, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just hilarious. I mean, um, as well, I noticed as well. I don't know if you've noticed this as well. Watching it back, they use some of the same footage over and over and over and over and over in different episodes. It's the same putty fight. How's he got the same amount of putties on him? How's he got everything's the same? But
Yeah.
it made money. It made millions of pounds.
Mate, it was everywhere. It was like it was mega. And as soon as like something new happened, it was like, oh my god, this is happening. This is like, for example, when they brought out the first movie, everybody was like, oh, there's going to be a Power Rangers movie.
Whoa,
And
whoa,
just
whoa!
like,
Before you
yeah,
get to that, we've got a few more bits to talk about before we
yeah,
even get to that movie. But first of all, you had 5 Power Rangers. Okay,
Rita sent all our bad guys
all
everywhere
of
she
them.
can think of. None of them have got the job done. So what does she do next? She creates her own Power Ranger.
Go Green Ranger, go!
I was assuming that's where you were going with
Of course I
that.
was. Mate, I know how you were. I know you know how I were. You
Yeah.
know what? Actually, you are actually pulling off the look of what said Green Ranger used to look like. This is Tommy Oliver, folks. Said Green Ranger, the coolest Ranger in the world, on the planet. Bang! As soon as he hit the screen, bye bye, Red Ranger. Everyone wanted to be the Green Ranger.
I just need to cut the sleeves off this hoodie and I'm basically Tommy, yeah.
You are.
Yeah, but I remember as well, mate, because it was the first time the Power Rangers, like an episode finished and the
Mm.
Power Rangers had been beaten. Like, so it was like that was like the main kind of first time they'd actually faced an enemy that they couldn't beat.
I mean, Green with Evil, which is what the episode was called, is actually based
Yeah,
over 5 episodes. 5
yeah,
episodes. So when you think about it, folks, back in the 90s for us, to watch these 5 episodes, that's 1 week, 2 week, 3, 4, 5 weeks just to get to the conclusion. You know, it'd have you talking in the playground. oh my god, did you see Power Rangers? What's going to happen next? How are they going to beat this? Green with Evil, oh my god, was probably the best saga I've ever seen in a kids' TV program. It
Yeah,
is.
they've actually took the 5 episodes, put them together, and they've uploaded them on YouTube as like one whole kind of thing. Because I ended up watching it like months ago, just sitting watching it, and the missus is like, "You like this?" And I was like, "This was, shut up! This is the best thing ever."
But yeah,
Yeah,
Green with Evil, Power Rangers, and Tommy. Tommy is Mr. Power Rangers. I mean, down the line of the franchise, it goes on for 30 odd years. He's a recurring character that you'll see quite an awful lot, whether it be in Green Ranger or other colours. But basically, with the green powers, when Tommy had them and they actually got him to become a good guy. Spoiler alert, folks. I do apologise. I've spoiled that for you. Tommy, when he become good, his powers weren't strong enough to stay good, and they eventually faded away. Oh my god, our hearts all sank when we went back down to 5 Rangers. I mean, the reason why as well they had to get rid of the Green Ranger is because there wasn't enough stock footage. Because what it was, in the actual Japanese show, the Green Ranger actually passes away.
cool.
He dies. It's very doom and gloom in the Japanese one, I'm sorry to
It's a
say.
bit heavy for a kids program.
It is, I must admit. But what they then decided to do, the guys at Saban and all that thought, we've sold a lot of toys with all these Rangers. Okay, we're now running out of stock footage from Zura Ranger. Why don't we look at their next one of the Japanese, which was Cairo Ranger, or whatever it's coming, something like that, and they can use stock footage from that. But the suits were different. So they managed to get some more footage done in the original suits. I feel like I'm teaching you a lesson here. I don't know.
No, mate,
I'm sorry,
just a kind of disclaimer. Like Dave is a
mate.
Power Ranger expert.
I'm the
Oh
expert.
my,
I'm sorry, but
yeah.
yeah, but basically, they got some more footage, but they decided to then use one of them Rangers in the English just to give them more stuff because there wasn't a Green Ranger. Well, there was a Green Ranger, but they used it as the Black Rangers. Don't ask why. I don't know. But they decided to do that. But basically, they managed to bring Tommy back. But because the Green Powers were no more, they created one with pure goodness. He became what did he become, Daryl? I'll let you tell everyone. What did he become?
I became the White Ranger, and then you thought the Green Ranger was you used to think the Red Ranger was the coolest, then the Green, but when the White Ranger appeared, that was just the. I also remember like the little scene where they're like, "Oh, Zordon's introducing him because we've got a new Power Ranger, blah blah," and like it's kind of like the slow reveal where all Power Rangers are like, "Who's it going to be?" And even as a kid, you're like, "It's going to be Tommy. Come on, surely."
Well, if you, it is some facts for you. If you didn't know this, right? The actor who played Tommy, Jason David Frank, God rest his soul, bless him. He actually left Power Rangers and was recording Cyberman, which was a different one, which would basically become VR Troopers, if you remember that one. VR Troopers. But anyway, he was that, and the guy who leads in VR Troopers, Brad Hawkins, was going to be the White Ranger.
Mm.
But because the amount of fans that were going, bring back Tommy, we want Tommy, Tommy this, Tommy that, we riot, like that, they decided to flip them. So Brad went to do VR Troopers, and Tommy came back as the White Ranger.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
there you
I
go.
also remember I remember having Tommy's Zord and he's like what was it called again? The something dagger, his sword.
You've got in Green Ranger he had the Dragon Dagger, and in the White Ranger
Yeah.
he had Saba.
Nah, yeah, and I had the little like the lion. I can't. What was the animal again? Or the
Just White Tiger.
white tiger? White tiger Zord. That was it. Yeah, yeah. I had the white tiger Zord, and I had like the sword that had the white tiger head on the handle as well. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was like the. Yeah. Also, he had his like kind of when he was the Green Ranger, he kind of had
He had a
like a
gold shield.
breastplate.
Yeah. In
Yeah,
this one
and
he's
then
got
when
the
he was the
armor.
White Ranger, that was like a massive one. Yeah, because I remember my action figure, you were able to clip and unclip that part on
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, I mean, I've got them sitting here. I'd show you, but I can't bother to take them out there. But People know. If you need to see it, YouTube it or look on the Instagram, you'll see them on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and did you know as well, in the Japanese, the White Ranger was actually a kid ranger.
Oh.
So when you see like Tommy doing these like woohoo, 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 that was the actual kid, but they added it in, and he made the woohoo sound. Yeah, rap. But then what they did then was then they introduced new Zords because the dinosaurs went stale, but they kept the dinosaur costumes, but introduced the Thunder Zords, and then they moved on throughout the few years, changing the Zords with the new series of the Japanese footage when they ran out of footage. So, but when we had this as well, Rita wasn't doing the right job at the time, so they introduced a new American-owned bad guy. When I say bad, he'd make you shit your pants. Lord Zed.
All hail Lord Zed, yeah. I remember thinking he was cool. He was like, obviously he was a bad guy, but he was like one of those cool bad guys that you're like, yeah, he looks pretty badass. And yeah.
Oh, Lord Zed. I mean, when you first come into it, he was really, really like proper evil. But the fact is, they had to tone his character down because they got a lot of complaints from parents. True story. True story. They had to tone his character down because the amount of complaints they got. But yeah, so Lord Zed being the new bad guy, which was more powerful. It was more the guy who does his voice. That's a scary voice. I can't remember. He was, yeah, whew, yeah. I won't want to mess with him. So Lord Zed tried to take over, beat the Power Rangers. He failed, of course. Rita returns, and then they bloody marry them together.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yeah. To be fair though, see, like as a kid, because obviously Rita was like the first main bad guy, and when he came in my head, it was kind of like it kind of made sense when you were a kid, like for those two to kind of be in charge together.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it did. I mean, it was also the fact that the comedy that Rita brought into it with him working, they worked brilliant together. But speaking of comedy, side character wise, let's talk about Bulk and Skull.
Oh mate, yeah, Vulcan Skull. Oh, just always that they always had their own little theme tune as well whenever they appear. That
Oh yeah, brilliant.
the thing that surprised me as well, they were supposed to be like the high school bullies, mate. They never bullied anybody.
Oh, they were just literally the class clowns, weren't they? Really, let's face
Yeah,
it.
yeah, they were good comic relief, mate. They were really good characters.
I mean, to be fair, I've met most of these characters, these actors in real life, and both Bulk and Skull, Paul and Jason, both of them are absolutely hilarious. That they actually, when they're together, they're just a comedy duo. When I was in line at a London Comic Con meeting them, they were just taking the piss out of people and just it was brilliant. You know,
That's
meeting
what you
those.
like. That's what you
I've
like
got
to
a
see,
wicked
isn't it?
I've got a wicked picture of me standing in the middle of them going, "Hey!" We're pointing to them both. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's what you like to see, mate. You like to see your kind of actors kind of playing up to the role a little bit. Eh?
Oh dear. So Bulk and Skull, yeah. I mean, they were always trying to work out the identities of the Power Rangers as well. It become
Yeah.
their thing they was trying to do. But to put a spanner in the work for them, I love how I'm getting all these segues without even realizing. To put spanner in the work for them, midway season 2, they changed 3 of the Power Rangers. So we had to say goodbye to Jason, Zach, and Trini. Okay,
Yeah.
according to the show, in the actual characters, they went to a peace conference and became ambassadors from America. So they introduced 3 new characters to become the Rangers, which was Rocky, Adam, and Aisha.
Yep.
Let's face it, Rocky will never be a Jason,
Nah.
but it was good because the fact is that he's shown he was an understudy to the White Ranger. White Ranger was the leader now. Red Ranger
Yeah.
wasn't leader, it was White. So the fact is, they made him so he wasn't quite the Mr. Superhero like Jason would have been. Then you had Adam. He was cool, calm, and collected. He basically took on the role of Trini, who was the cool, calm, collected. Adam became the cool, calm, collected. and then you had Aisha, which she was a wildcat. She were
Yeah.
a feisty girl. I mean, Saber-Tooth Tiger couldn't have gone to anyone better than her. You know, I mean, yeah, those three, bringing those in as the Rangers. They did that basically. The reason they actually changed them was contract distributes with the other three.
Yeah, they weren't happy with like how much they were getting paid.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was something to do with that. But as a kid, it was cool to see fresh new Rangers. It was sad to see them go, but you know, it's one of them things, isn't it? As you grow older, things move on. You know, you can't keep everything the same forever.
Yeah.
Hence why we lost the Green Ranger and got White. You know, we adapted to that. So, you know.
Lifegoson, mate. Life goes on.
Yeah, it does. So, now I'll let you take over and talk about the thing that you said earlier on. I said you had to hold for because now we've got all the characters we need.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take it away.
Or mate, do you want to maybe just go on about some of like Rita's little goons as well?
Which ones? Go on, you
You
can
know,
take this
say
one.
like,
You do it for it.
oh mate, like you'll know this better than me. Like I literally can't remember much of the names, but I remembered one when you said you obviously had the guy that made all of Rita's monsters and then created
Yep.
them.
You have Finster.
Finster, that's the one. That was the only one I could kind of vaguely remember the name of.
Yeah, Finster makes all the monsters. You have Goldar. Goldar
Yeah,
was
Goldar. How could you
her.
forget? Yeah, how could you forget
Goldar
Goldar?
was her. Like he was her a second in command. Her
Yeah,
warrior that she'd send down to the fights. Yeah, you
he's
had
one.
him.
Goldar, one of those ones, mate. Like you could make him the most serious, scariest character ever, but just when he talks, it just straight away I just burst out laughing. I just love his voice.
Yes.
Yeah, I
uh,
actually got a Goldar a couple of weeks ago, but don't want to just take him off the shelf because he'll knock everything over.
yeah, he's sitting there, but I don't want to knock everything off.
Pulling the curtain back a little bit, Goldar was going to be my show and tell until I noticed he had 2016 written on the back of him.
I see. Mine's a 1994 Goldar sitting here, so
Yeah.
I'm all right.
Oh, I've been saying for ages I wanted the Goldar, so I finally got him.
Yeah, Goldar's badass. To be fair, I love Goldar. And then also she had Scorpina,
Yeah,
which was
yeah.
also one of her warriors. She didn't have as much footage, so they didn't use her a lot. But she was a big part in the Green with Evil. You had Goldar, Scorpina, and the Green Ranger all going after that Megazord. Wow, what a fight! You know,
Because there was
but
other two as well, wasn't there? There was the kind of the blue one. It was kind of
come
fat with the big
on,
massive jaw,
what's their
and then the
names?
one, and then the one that looked like one of the flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, you
That
had
other one as
Squat and
well.
Babu. Squat and Babu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but their ones, mate. Yeah, but yeah. Moving on to the movie. Blah. I can remember just being so excited for that movie. So I
such a
think it
great film.
basically it takes off from the series, kind of in the same vein. You've got the guys in Angel Grove construction site. They're obviously excavating, getting ready to lay the foundations for some sort of skyscraper or whatever, and they come across this big, huge purple egg. And obviously, the movie going back to Bulk and Skull, it starts off with the Power Rangers and Bulk and Skull doing the skydive. And that's one of those things that I can just remember frame for frame, just the hilarity of Bulk and Skull. Because the reason it takes you into the construction workers finding the egg is because Bulk and Skull get blown off course and they land on the site. And obviously, one of the construction workers touches it and he kind of gets put in a
Electrocuted,
kind of
yeah.
like a coma or a trance, whatever. And then later on that night, Rita, Goldar, Lord Zed, they all appear because they know what's in this egg and they unleash the power of one of the best bad guys ever, one of the biggest threats, Ivan Ooze. You
Ivan
snoot, you
Ooze.
ooze, you lose.
I mean, he weren't just a threat though; he was comedy gold as well.
Oh man, he was so funny, yeah. Like, do you want us to take another whack at it? How about taking
Might take
another
another
quack at
quack
it?
at it. But
Yeah.
also, folks, as well, just quickly saying on this as well, we touched about this film in episode 2 of the podcast because
Yes.
this one actually turned 30 this year. Can you believe that? This 30. Wow. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, that film. Oh my god, I loved it. It came out literally a day after my birthday as well, which was like
Oh,
even
nice.
better. So I got to see it as a birthday gift from
Yeah.
my mum and dad. So
And am I right? Am I right in thinking they released the kind of re-released the toys, but they made the toys kind of metallic coloured for
correct,
the
they
movie
did.
as
Yeah.
well?
How can you make your franchise bigger? Here's an idea: release the same toy but slightly
Mm.
cooler.
And also they released the Serengeti kind of Power Rangers as well with that movie.
Yes.
Yeah, so they had those toys as well. So, like I
Yeah.
said before, mate, just absolute money maker.
It was. I mean, like you said, you was touching on it. They got the ninjetti powers, and then they became, like I said, when they moved on from their dinosaurs, even though they kept the dinosaur suits, but they were doing animals this time. So White Ranger became the Falcon. You had Pink Ranger was the crane. You had Red Ranger was the ape. Blue Ranger was the wolf. Yellow Ranger was the bear. And Adam, what's wrong?
I'm a frog. Mate, one of my favourite lines from that movie is that I'm a frog, and and along with Ivan Ooze when the Power Rangers first appear, and he just goes,
Smells
"Teenagers."
like teenagers.
Oh,
I like it when he goes to Ivan Ooze goes inside the command center and he goes, "Oh, the things I have missed: the Black Plague, the
yeah.
Spanish Inquisition," and then he goes, "The Brady Bunch reunion." Oh, dear me!
And because you
Oh,
mentioned it earlier on about how in Japan the White Ranger was a kid,
yeah.
that kind of maybe foreshadowed, like, obviously you had the young kid who was a bit of a main character in that movie. He wasn't a Power Ranger in that movie,
Yes.
but towards the end they kind of hinted towards that, and he was saying like, "Oh, the Gold Ranger" and stuff like that. And then I think it must have been, I think it was a Power Rangers Turbo when they first had a kid kind of in the English language ones
Correct.
anyway.
Yeah. So the first kid you're on about, his name's Brett. He he was just a kid. For some reason, he hung around with Tommy. I know. Moving on. So you had that, and then you have in that one you're on about was Justin. He became the Blue Ranger in Turbo, which was also a '90s film. But we're only talking about Mighty Morphin today. We've got
Yeah.
far too much to talk about to get into Turbo. So with this film as well, believe it or not, this film is a standalone film. It wasn't canon at all with the show. Because they ended up showing how they got to the ninja powers in the show in episodes as well, which was
Yeah.
completely different. They brought in Ninja for that, who took over as like a mentor for them to get that powers. But back to the film, the Rangers
Such like an old school name, eh? Ninja.
Ninja. So in the film, the Rangers had to go to a distant planet of Vados, got their ninjetti powers, come back to Earth, beat Ivan Ooze. They basically kicked him in the bollocks, and he went flying into the comet that was heading towards Earth, and boom! Power Rangers saved the day.
Oh mate,
Spoiler alert.
shout out to the Tengen Warriors as well.
Oh, God, I love the Tenga Warrior, didn't you? They're
Yeah.
absolutely brilliant. They were funny as hell. Yeah, I loved it. Anyway, can we talk about Dulcia?
Oh, go for it, mate.
I mean, she was one for the dads, weren't she? Let's face it.
Yeah, I don't think any kid was paying too much attention to that. Well, maybe not consciously, but it's burned in my brain anyway.
Yeah. If you don't know who we're on about, Google her. You won't be
Yeah,
disappointed.
because we spoke about it in the when we talked about the movie in episode 2 about how originally they'd hired the actress and then they'd got another actress because she had like prior engagements, and it was I can't remember what her name is, but it's just basically she's in Law and Order
Yeah.
SVU. She's like the main detective in that, and then the original actress was like, "Oh no, I'm available now," so they used her and all that footage they had just eh,
Bye bye. Oh dear.
bye. Got
Bye
shot
bye.
off into the format like Ivan Ooze.
Oh dear. So yeah, that's the film, folks. If you've not watched it, go and watch it. But be open-minded, folks. It was done in 1995. It's a kids' film, but you'll love it. You'll fall
And
in
it's
love
all,
with them.
like Tommy does that corkscrew kick. It's like it's
Ninja
ridiculous
Corkscrew.
for when you're a kid. when you were a kid, you were like, whoa, but watching back now, you're like,
Oh dear.
good memories
Oh,
though, good memories.
it is very good memories, folks. Go and watch it if you've not watched it. So back to the series, then we can move on. They get the ninja powers, like I said, via Ninja, because they introduced the character of Master Vile. Now, Master Vile was the dad of Rita. They introduced him, who was meant to be more powerful than Lord Zed. And also Rito. I don't know if you met Rito. He was the Bones character. He was quite a
Right.
comedy film. He was quite a fun comedy. He brought the Tenga Warriors with him. That's how they became into the show, because they became over as the new Puddies. But to be fair, season 3, I thought it was starting to lose its,
Yeah.
the dinosaur suits and everything was starting to, yeah.
Yeah, kind of need a little bit refreshed or something, yeah.
They were looking to try and refresh it. So what they did, they turned the Rangers. Actually, tell a lie, we're missing a Ranger. Sorry. They introduced Kat. Basically, Catherine. She became the Pink Ranger when Kimberly went off to a gymnastics tournament thing. And Kat she was pretty, not quite as pretty as my Kim,
Mhm.
Misha Kim. But yeah, so and anyway, after they brought Kat in, they then turned the Rangers into kids. Because they managed to turn the Earth axis the other way around, making them younger again. And basically, they introduced the Alien Rangers. Can you remember the Alien Rangers much?
Not too much, mate. Like kind of a little bit, but like most of my memories Mighty Morphin. To be honest with you, mate.
Well, it's still Mighty Morphin. It's still Mighty
Yeah,
Morphin. It's still
yeah.
season
Because
3.
like when you mention like Vito, I know exactly who you're on about.
Yeah.
But I probably did see it. Probably do have memories, but it's maybe just the
Yeah.
nostalgia hanging on to the
So basically,
original.
when the Rangers got turned into kids, the Alien Rangers come in. They're from another planet who Zordon knew, and they came and helped. And they managed to use the Japanese footage from the next series because they used their suits, so they
Yeah.
could fight the monsters, and it was all happy days. And then the Kid Rangers had to go on a quest to go and find the Zeo crystals, which would then go on to become the next series of Power Rangers.
I remember Power Rangers Zero. I remember that. Funnily
Okay.
enough.
Yeah, so basically the way they got that, they had to go and do quests, and they got their crystals from different pasts or generations or different parts of the world. They were good little episodes.
Yeah. Well,
But
when you
go on.
think about it, mate, it's kind of a good kind of premise to have because obviously, who's watching Power Rangers? Kids. And the thought for kids like I could be a Power Ranger.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It was in theory, you'd think it's a smart choice to kind of go with. You know.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the actors as well that they managed to get to play the younger Rangers. I think one of them was in. Can you remember? Is it Three Ninjas High Noon or something like that? The kids.
I remember Three Ninjas. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was in that one. He was one of them. He played Rocky. But the fact is that they actually looked like him as well. They actually got a good one. You could say, actually, you know what? That probably
You could
was them
see
when
it.
they were younger.
Not like most things, when you see a family and you're like, what? What is going on here?
Yeah. But oh my god. So there you go, folks. I've kind of gave you a run up of what happened in Power Rangers from when it started to where it finished. But Daryl, while I get my breath, tell us some of your fondest memories that you can think of Power Rangers.
So, mate, what I was going to say to you was, I was going to say, like, what's your memories with like all like the toys, the merchandise, things like that? So, like, my mum tells everybody this story. If Power Rangers remotely gets brought up, or just me as a kid gets brought up. So, when my mum first met my stepdad, I hadn't met him. So one morning I came through and seen him there, and I was like, "What's going on?" So I ran away to my bedroom, put my Red Ranger costume on, mask and everything, and like because I didn't know him, jumped through and was like, "Hey, like I was protecting the place."
Brilliant. Oh, mate, that's amazing.
But
Um,
yeah, mate, like all those things, like all the weapons that were mentioned, like the White Tiger, dagger, sword, whatever it was, had that. The sword that turned into a blaster. I had the Red Ranger costume. I had all the Power Rangers figures, different iterations of them, took them everywhere. There was something else I was going to mention there as well, which just slipped out of my memory. I'll come back to this. Something else merch-wise that I had. Totally gone. I'll remember it though. Oh, that was it. My first ever like full Zord was actually the movie
Yeah.
one. So like you say, and I also had like the white eagle as well, which if you took the arms off the Zords, put the wings in, like they were like the shot torpedoes, stuck
That
the
right.
arms
So
back
you
on.
had the Shogun Megazord then. The Shogun
Must have been the
Megazord.
show.
Yeah, that one was used in season 3 for the Alien Rangers. They used it. So you
Yeah.
do know the Alien
Oh yeah.
Rangers. You just can't
There you
remember
go,
them.
yeah. You can shit.
Uh, so mine then, I've got. Oh, to be fair, I mean, as a kid growing up, my first Megazord I got was the Thunder Megazord, which was the second Megazord, one alongside with the White Ranger. But I also got the Green Ranger and the Dragon Zord together. Now the Green
I
Ranger,
remember my mates having that. That was so cool. The Dragon Zord.
but to get hold of that, I must admit, I wanted it once for Christmas, and it was very, very hard to get a hold of that. That was one of the toys that sold out an awful lot. And but this is how you did it back in the day, people. You didn't go on eBay, no, because there weren't no such thing as eBay. Yeah, you looked in the newspaper down the items that people are selling, and boom, there was a Green Ranger with the Dragon Zord. My mum and dad got the newspaper, boom, went and got it. You know what I mean? It's second hand, but it doesn't matter. You know, that was the
Nah.
only way of getting hold of stuff. It wasn't on. Nowadays, we look at eBay and scroll. It'd be
Yeah.
lovely. We can buy this. But back then, you had to use the newspaper.
Mate, even nowadays though, I will say, see to get like Green Ranger stuff, if it's like even if it's like a re-release or something else, it's so hard to find Green Ranger stuff. I mean, it's not hard to find, but not paying an arm and a leg for it, it's quite
No.
hard to find.
I mean, there's just two reasons with that, I think. I mean, one of them being the fact is that Green Ranger was the most popular Ranger. But another reason why is, unfortunately to say, Jason David Frank, the actor who played the
Yeah,
Green Ranger slash White Ranger, unfortunately, he's no longer with us. He passed away a few years back. Um, to be honest, folks, mental health is a massive thing. If you are struggling, feel free to reach out,
yeah,
talk to somebody. Um, everyone's happy to listen. Okay,
yeah.
just
And
speak
it's
out.
amazing how much it does help. How much this talking does help. So
Indeed. So that's another reason why potentially the merchandise for them Rangers is really hard to get hold of. I mean, unfortunately, as well, while we're on the talking about, unfortunately, we lost Trini, aka
yeah,
yeah, the Yellow Ranger. She passed away in 2001, I believe it was. Unfortunately, she had a car accident. That was Trey Twang. She sadly, yeah, we lost her as well. And there's a few
yeah,
actors as
because
well.
her actual Toy Chang, however you pronounce it, her daughter is in the movie that came out a couple of years ago. Was it the reanimated
Uh,
or
Basically, what they did, yeah, they did the Once a Ranger, Always a Ranger. It was
that
a
was the one?
Netflix. It was a Netflix original. What happened was it wasn't her official daughter, but it was her in the show. They asked, it was her daughter. If you get what I'm
Ah,
saying,
okay. I thought the
yeah.
actress was actually her
No, no,
daughter as
no,
well.
no. The
Not,
actress wasn't her daughter. No, no, but she played Trini's daughter in the actual show because the Rangers she morphed into become the Yellow Ranger. She used her mum's
yeah,
powers. But it's really good how they did that as well. So if you've not seen that, it's on Netflix, folks. Once a Ranger, always a Ranger. Go and hit it up. If you like the nostalgia of the Rangers and you're of our generation, it's just it brings you closure. I think it's a nice, yeah. But yeah, that's those with those. Just to say as well, some of the things that I can't remember as a kid. Um, when it was my dad made a Power Ranger suit because he dressed up as the Red Ranger for a adult fancy dress party once. And basically, he got an actual motorcycle helmet, a red one, yeah, and converted it into the Red Ranger's helmet.
ah,
It
oh man,
looked,
I'd love to see that.
it looked fun. It looked more phenomenal, shall we say, in Power Rangers term. How he did it, yeah, my dad's a genius when it comes to stuff like that. It was really,
Yeah,
really
mate,
good.
I say that all the time, mate. See, homemade costumes are always the best costumes.
Yeah, the way he did it. I mean, I ended up inheriting that helmet. I can't remember what I've done with it nowadays. I think it's, to be fair, I think it's long gone.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately to say, but yeah, really,
Is that
really
your
good.
first strike?
You are?
Is that your first strike?
Oh no, to be fair, I think it was one of them that the parents probably got rid of, gave it
Yeah,
away because it wasn't an official merchandise. But the amount of merchandise that they released, anything like you said, from bedding, curtains, video games, toys, teddies, just t-shirts, anything. The merchandise was
yeah.
unbelievable.
Plates, cups, you name it. Yeah.
You name it, there was a Power Ranger logo on something. Guarantee you. If you wanted to sell something, just pick anything random up. I know. Let's sell that empty packet of cigarettes that's been dumped on the floor. Put a Power Ranger sticker on. Bang! There you go. It'll sell. It's I'm just random, but you know, yeah. Power Rangers, man, mate.
The nicotine stained Ranger.
This episode is giving me a right massive headache. I must admit, because I don't know why.
Oh,
I'm that smiley. I can't help it. It's giving my
yeah.
head.
Oh, mate, yeah, you've been carrying this one, mate. You are the Power Rangers guy.
But yeah, so few things then. So if like I know you've already said it, you were the Yellow Ranger, weren't you? Yellow Ranger was your favourite, then you went into green and stuff like that. But, so me,
Until I was told, no, that's not for boys.
you can be the yellow, absolutely be the yellow. So yeah, me, I was always green.
Yeah, Green was cool. Yeah, like I said, mate, it was just kind of whoever was the kind of the lead one that was always normally the favourites. Because I like me, like yourself, I went obviously from yellow to red to green to white.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually got some of the VHSs as well because they released the episodes on VHSs. Like you had that 2 episodes per
Yeah,
VHS.
yeah,
But I've only got like episode like the volumes, so the volumes aren't there. So I've got like volume 1 to 6, and then I've got
yeah,
like the first 2 volumes when the White Ranger came in. So
yeah. I think though I can only kind of remember one of the VHSs I had, but I think I had two. And you mentioned earlier on about each Ranger having their own episode. If I
yeah,
remember right, one of the ones I had was Billy's episode because it started off with they did like a test in school and he got a B, and they were like, he was like, I can't get a B, and they were like, oh, B for
yeah,
Billy, and kind of
yeah. That was the Grumblebee. I think it was the actual the baddie when they brought it in, the Grumblebee. Um,
yeah. And I don't know if it was that one or the other episode that was on that VHS. I can remember them fighting the bad guy at like a merry-go-round, like at a carnival.
yeah, that was Bones. That was in episode 2. That was literally the second episode.
Yeah.
Um, One of the episodes I remember is Happy Birthday Zach, where they were doing him a surprise party and he ended up fighting
Yeah.
the Black Knight on his own. And then you had, let's say, some of these monsters. Can we talk about a few of the monsters quickly? Can you
Yeah.
remember Pudgy Pig?
Yes. I mean, yeah. That's that's one of the things that you always see when you're looking. He's one of the main ones that
Oh,
always pop up. Him and Scorpion are always popping up.
I love Pudgy Pig. I've got him in Funko Pop form. I've got him in the Legacy Ranger form. He's up there. I got him in the original 90s toy. I love Pudgy Pig. Pudgy Pig, my favourite of all the bad guys.
Oh,
Uh,
my missus is going to be raging. I'm going to go stick Power Rangers on once we finish recording.
yeah, Sodder. Let's watch Power Rangers. Tell her to sit down and watch it and enjoy the nostalgia. Folks, if you've not seen Power Rangers, it is available on Netflix for the first 3 seasons. You used to have them all, but then they just decided to only give you Mighty Morphin now.
Yeah. Other ways of finding shows are available.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
saying. We're not advertising for Netflix either. Go and watch Disney Plus. Go and watch Amazon. I don't give a shit where you watch. Just go and watch it. Just watch it. Okay.
Okay, I mean, I've been on a little Disney Plus kind of kick watching all the old school cartoons.
Do you know what I've been watching recently? I've been rewatching Gargoyles.
Well, mate, like I'm still going through the original X-Men series just now, but I think Gargoyles is my next one because I seen it and I was like, God, and I just went on YouTube just to like rewatch the opening of it.
Yeah.
We are gargoyles.
Oh, brilliant. I mean, yeah. I mean, Power Rangers back then was the show, but you
It
had other
was
shows as well at the same time. You know.
like I'm trying to think of something else in the 90s that was kind of on the same scale of like how big it was. And like you could think Power Rangers, and like only other thing I can remember being that big was like the Spice Girls. Like they were
Indeed.
just two massive things.
Indeed. And I think we've got I want to do an episode on the Spice Girls, a full episode, because I watched a documentary the other night on BBC, and it was wicked. And I thought, you know what, they deserve an episode on our podcast. So Jerry, Mel, Emma, Vicky, I know you're listening. Don't worry, girls, you're on your way.
You're getting your episode.
You will do in season 2, I think.
Yeah.
Dear. So, folks, this is coming towards the end of episode 9. 9.
Nine.
One left. 9 on your stamp. Bang. One more episode to go. Then you get your free one, and then I'll be going for a lie down. So
Have you got your breath back?
just a little bit. But folks, if you can't wait for another episode or anything like that, don't forget you can find us on YouTube or Spotify, and you can listen back to any of the previous episodes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a 5-star review, you know, all that jazz. And also, as well, if not, follow the Instagram page at Just Another 90s Pod.
Yeah, feel free to drop us a message or something, you know what I mean? Just, yeah, go watch stuff out there. We've got the 9 episodes. Give them a listen, leave a little comment, let us know what you think.
I mean, there'll be big things coming, I reckon, in season 2. Big things.
Yeah.
Leave it with
we're
us.
kind of just finding our feet just now, aren't we?
Yeah. I found them. I've got one ear and one ear.
Yeah. Oh, God. If you could see what goes on before we start recording episodes, then you would understand.
Don't. I think so. I don't look. Oh, no. Well, let's just round it up. Daryl, where can they find you?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram at Up, Down, Left, Right for all your retro modern gaming. Just now, I'm right into my toys just now. Other things, just anything cool. Doesn't need to be 90s, doesn't need to be retro, just anything I think cool. I'll make a daft little post about it, and you'll see it. And yourself, Dave.
Me, you can find me on Instagram at Upsea Downsea. It's just down there. I'm heading back to Twitch soon, guys and girls. So please give that a follow. It's the same name. And
I was going to mention that. I wasn't going to let you go away without mentioning Twitch.
Yeah, I'm coming back. I've just got to find that time. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I want to do it. It's just finding that exact time. Who knows? I might do it for the run up to Christmas. Who knows? It is a season.
I was going to say busy time of the year coming up as well, mate. So
yeah, it is. It may be the new year, but guys and girls, go and give it a follow if you're not already, just to get that going. Yeah. I hope you've all enjoyed this episode. I really could do with a drink now. Oh dear. But yeah, guys, thank you very much. We will see you again soon at some point. Until then, stay more phenomenal and carry on.
Yeah, I was just going to say, yeah, hopefully we've got the next one up sooner than if this one's took. It's been a little while since we last recorded, 2 weeks or something. Yeah. Feels like that's how long it took for my beard. That's how long it took for my beard to go back.
There we go. But guys and girls, we appreciate everything that you comment and give us likes and whatnot, and we couldn't do it without you all. See you all on the other side. Sit up here, folks. Good night. Peace out. It's Morphin time!